It's Resonator Zen here once again, and I know I've been doing a lot of responses to Jesus Freak 777's videos. It's just because I wasn't aware of him. I heard the Amazing Atheist talk about him, and I just wanted to see what his videos were about. And this video, just his stuff is crazy. I mean, some of the stuff you talk about, Jesus Freak, is a little bit kooky. And you say that atheism does not, the atheist ads, I think the ads you're talking about are the ones that say there is no God on the side of a bus. They say it deconstructs religion and Christianity, and is that such a bad thing? Is that such a bad thing, Jesus Freak, that we question a book that was written 2,000 years ago, which is the supposed Word of God, but you can pick and choose which parts of the Bible you actually will follow and which you can't follow? I mean, that's the biggest bullshit story I've ever heard, that it's the Word of God, but some things you got wrong. And I mean, as much as I love the United States, I think this has become a theocracy, really. Because I honestly think an atheist or a skeptic could not be elected to president because everybody's so freaking religious in this world, in this country. And I mean, but here's a question. You say that if we can advertise and get more people, then we can spread the gospel. And you say that atheism leads people away from salvation. But here's a question. Do you think that only your religion leads to salvation? Or do you believe that all religions lead to their own kind of salvation? Are you the kind of person that silently judges everything that everybody does and says that I am holier than thou because I am on the way to heaven? And to tell you the truth, Jesus Freak, if there is a heaven, I don't want to be there because you're going to be there because of God is a petty little bitch who can't have people question him. And I think that if you said it was the end of times because of atheism's growing popularity, is that so bad if it's near the end times? Because that means you're going to go get a direct flight to heaven. You believe that you're going to go straight to heaven when, I mean, you judge people. And it says in the Bible, don't judge lest you be judged yourself. Um, those without sin cast the first stone, and I'm pretty sure you've sinned a lot in your life. I'm pretty sure you've lied. I'm pretty sure you've coveted. Pretty sure you've done one of the 7 deadly sins in your lifetime. And yet you can sit and condemn people to hell because they don't believe the same thing that you believe, and you say that these are just blatant attacks on religion. So what? People aren't into religion anymore. There's a resurfacing of skepticism in this country and at the world at large. It's skepticism, which is, I guess, the real way of thinking. Christianity needs to be deconstructed. You say, and I think I've said this before, you say that it's the end of times just because there's a resurgence of atheism. But wouldn't you call the end of times when more people are going to church? And what isn't the end of times marked by the Antichrist? Who's going to be the Antichrist? In your opinion, who's going to be the Antichrist? Is it Obama? Is it someone along those lines? I mean, you speak of religion as if it's unmarrable, but you say that the Bible is the spoken word of God written down by a man, and yet you say, oh, I can take this out of the Bible and believe in that, and I can take this in the Bible and believe in that. You say you can pick and choose, but it's the inspired word of God, yet you can pick and choose what the hell you believe. And honestly, if there is a heaven and a hell, I'd rather go to hell, because I'm pretty sure I'd rather go to hell and deal with the people who go to hell, because those are going to be the fun people, than go to heaven and have all the uptight, judgmental people up in heaven. But But thankfully, I don't really believe in heaven, hell, purgatory, or any intermediary state. But just your delusion that atheism leads people away from salvation and that kind of stuff, and it aggravates me, and it just, and how strongly you hold your beliefs scares me. It's just because I don't know. Your worldview is skewed by a 2,000, 3,000 year old book. Grow some balls and actually think for yourself and not have some old book, an old fairy tale book, rule your life. Why don't you try and do something constructive instead of condemning people and saying, oh, homosexuality is a sin, abortions should be outlawed, and I think I got off track, but are atheist ads destroying Christianity? Yes, they are. And should they be? Yes, they should. Because if you think about it, Christianity started out as a cult, then it became a religion, and pretty soon it's going to be mythology. So I'm happy. And I hope you have fun with your Christian mythology. Peace out.